Ladies and Gentlemen, ein toller Moment hier in der Maimarkthalle von Mannheim, denn jetzt wartet die aktuelle Nummer 1 der Welt, der Premier League Champion aus diesem Jahr, der dreimalige Weltmeister, der Weltmeister von 2014, 2017 und 2019. Und er steht bei sage und schreibe 32 European Tour Siegen. MVG, Mighty Mike, Michael van Gerwen!
What a second round tie we have for you here in Mannheim tonight. So the European darts match play. The world number 1, Michael van Gerwen, takes on the world number 5, Michael Smith. This is a repeat of 3 Euro Tour finals, a repeat of the World Championship final, a repeat of the Premier League final from last year. These two have gone toe-to-toe in the showpiece games of some major events. And it has not all gone MVG's way. Twice, Michael Smith has beaten him in Euro Tour finals. He beat him the last time they met in the World Series in Las Vegas. Did beat him when he won his last title more than a year ago in Shanghai, Michael Smith. But it's been a long while, 18 months in fact, since Michael Smith beat MVG in a ranking game of darts. He needs to do so here to keep up his challenge to make it to the European Championship, because despite his excellence at the Worlds and at the World Matchplay, making the finals of both, he may not make the Euros.
To throw first. Game on.
First to 6, Michael Smith has the advantage of throwing first in this one. Paul Nicholson alongside me for the standout tie of the night.
57.
Yeah, just a bit. I mean, it's been a great night so far. That last game with Ratajski and Brown was toe-to-toe all the way. But this one's just a little bit more spicy. And there's a couple of things on the line here. One, Michael Smith trying to get the Euros. Also, the streak of seeds that have won today.
57.
We are 11 in, 11 seeds. Number 12, batting at number 12, we could say, is Michael van Gerwen.
Well, when the draw was made, this was obviously
140.
one that leapt off the page. Michael Smith had to get past Steve Lennon to set it up. He did do, despite averaging 7 points less than his opponent. And MVG produces a maximum.
Well, one thing we know about Michael van Gerwen tonight is he's going to be sharp.
140.
Played a lot of darts last weekend.
90.
Played a lot of great darts as well. Double 18 for a brilliant first leg. Break of throw. Statement of intent right there. And if Michael Smith wants to figure in the chatter for the European Championships, then he's got to get a move on.
134.
Well, a win here would not guarantee him a place at the European Championship. Even if he did win this and then beat either Mensur Suljovic or Kim Huybrechts, it would put him on 12 grand.
100.
We think that might be enough, but there's no guarantee. He might have to go and make the semi-finals here to be pretty much certain of a spot in Göttingen. But there is another chance in Gibraltar, a tournament he has won in the past, of course.
174.
Interestingly enough, after 9 darts on the floor last night, Michael Smith has decided to keep the same points in. Hasn't had any darts on the floor yet, which is very good. We want this to be toe-to-toe, and we don't want it to be marred with any sort of controversy, which we had in the last match with the photographer.
Certainly did. MVG looking at the big fish, not going to take it out. Michael Smith can break straight back.
60.
The question is,
Michael, you require
will he?
130.
Straight up the middle. Left side of that 60. Only just comes up short.
43. Michael, you require 110.
Could stay there. Doesn't. Lie looked inviting. Didn't make the most of it.
I think maybe if that dot was a tiny bit closer, he would have stayed there. This is a big shot, double 18. Got to go. Great shot from Bully Boy. A beautiful answer.
Leg Michael Smith to throw first. Game on.
28-7 is how the head-to-head stats read. Obviously, Michael van Gerwen
96.
basically winning 4 out of 5 games against Michael Smith.
He has me thinking he was just being really accurate with the time.
59.
But the last win that Michael Smith had in their last meeting at the US Darts Masters in Las Vegas was a weird game. Neither man played well. Van Gerwen was pretty dreadful by his own standards.
77.
Livelier start to this one, though.
Yeah, just a smidge. I got Van Gerwen gets one on the floor.
Well, that one didn't look like it went in at a very odd angle, it looked like to me. I don't know if it obviously happened very quickly, but no bother at all. Michael Smith 177 and a 180 in this leg.
Not often you see someone have this kind of lead on MVG in a leg. Tops.
28.
Would have won that leg against the world's best player by 347 points. Ouch.
100. Michael, you require 20.
He doesn't care as long as he wins the leg. Very good indeed. He looked good tonight. And you know how it is with certain players, Dan, when they play Michael van Gerwen, they just switch on. All of the distractions seem to float away, and they know they've got to put the hours in beforehand, and they get up there, no BS, just play darts. And Gary's like that.
57.
Michael Smith's like that. Phil was kind of like that. Barney was definitely like that.
Well, Michael Smith, he does have the ability to go toe-to-toe with any.
58.
Can produce those monster averages. He's not won a title this year, but he has been knocking on the door. If it wasn't for James Wade, he might have won 2 or 3 on the Pro Tour this year. It's just that he cannot beat James Wade. He'd probably rather face MVG.
I agree with that. I really do agree with that.
123.
When he was asked on the PDC's YouTube channel about his bogeyman, I'm not even sure he mentioned
49.
James Wade when he should have.
Well, probably didn't mention his name just in case he appeared behind him and knocked him out in the last leg.
What, in case he said his name 3 times and he appeared?
Exactly.
Like the Candyman.
41. Michael require 117.
Much Michael Smith's Candyman is James Wade. That'll do.
77.
That's not where it needs to be. Michael Smith, quite some distance back.
Looking to fill it up. No bother. Just in case. He's the best player in the world. There's no guarantees in darts. As soon as I say that, he plucks it out.
Well, there haven't been any guarantees with Michael van Gerwen of late. Yes, he won the 2 World Series events. Yes, he had an opportunity to win the Euro Tour last week in Austria. But he wasn't entirely convincing in the World Series. He didn't manage to beat Mensur Suljovic. In fact, he threw away a lead in that final. And he has at times looked like he's lost focus or looked it vulnerable. And here, 4 legs in, he's averaging 95. And it's not as if he's missed doubles. He's just not firing on all cylinders. Now, he is still able to win time. It's dropped actually to 92. Although this will drag it up.
One thing I will say, Dan, is that when he played Ricky Evans last Sunday night, that was a really encouraging game for him because that was imposing, it was intimidating. And it was full of beans.
Yeah, 106 average and a 6-0 win in 8.5 minutes. For me,
97.
I was actually more impressed with how he beat Peter Wright in the semi-finals. Peter Wright averaged almost 105. Michael van Gerwen held his throw 7 consecutive times
60.
to just edge him. He was put under severe pressure and he kept on taking out the checkouts.
In a game where Peter Wright broke the 180 record for a Euro Tour game.
Exactly.
He got to double figures for the first time. Imagine that. Hitting 10 180s in a best of 13 game and losing.
140. Michael Van 44.
More on that record in a moment as Michael van Gerwen looks to hit the front.
28.
And does not do so.
Michael Van 56.
By the smallest margins, both right on the wire. Not badly thrown. Just a millimetre out. Tops it in for Michael Smith. That's a guide. But an adjustment
16.
in the hand, maybe. Just put him off enough. To miss by quite some way. And MVG doesn't need asking twice. He gets there.
On the 5th leg, Michael Van Gerwen. 6th leg, Michael Van Gerwen to throw first.
Gerwen does edge ahead.
Game
Yeah,
on.
Peter Wright in 10 180s and losing the match, so breaking the Euro Tour record that was jointly held by Daryl Gurney, who hit 9 in a game, and Michael Smith, who hit 9 in a game, and also
60.
managed to lose the match to Josh Payne. 180s for show. Doubles for pecuniary gain.
So when Daryl Gurney got 9, he won the game,
won.
right?
3 180s for Michael Smith. He is giving this a go.
100.
He knows he cannot afford to let Van Gerwen get a lead because that's when the confidence just starts coming. And he bullies you. Oh, that's a horrible one.
25.
5 perfect darts and then a shocker just when it's all set up for a potential 9.
Yeah, I think even Michael Smith would admit that was a poor dart. It came out way too late.
Might be trying to grab it back in the middle of the air.
See, that would be a trick shot.
That would be
You throw a dart, grab it back, take it again.
potentially 11 darter coming in for the bully boy, but it might have to go.
134. Michael, you record.
You may be right, Dan. Section of the board he likes. 10s.
90.
Usually good to win.
Michael, you require.
Not on this occasion.
71.
Did it have to go? It did. And the celebration tells you Michael van Gerwen thinks he's got this game now. Consolidates the break and throw. A two-leg gap opens up. And Michael Smith, the world match play runner-up, finds his European Championship hanging by a thread.
Full on Hulk mode after that. Check out here, Dan.
Absolutely.
Full on Hulk mode. I think we talked earlier in the game about how Michael Smith focuses for playing
123.
MVG, and other players have done so. But what about MVG focusing when he's got to play someone like Michael Smith on a Saturday night here?
117.
Yeah, this is not a game that Michael van Gerwen could just turn up and coast through. He's not playing somebody who's come through one of the host nation qualifiers
47.
or somebody who's expecting to go in average 80. Michael Smith is averaging over a ton here, but he has missed 7 darts at double. Oh, it's just dropped below a ton, but it's right up there. And look at that, he's outscored the best player on the planet, but he hasn't put his doubles away. And unfortunately for Michael Smith, as that one is just rejected
80.
from the board, and again, I'm baffled as to how.
Well, Michael Smith has not played poorly all the way through qualifying to this point. He's played really good darts. But this has to go. Can't see MVG missing 64 in this form. Treble 18.
Yeah, right decision, but couldn't execute. And Michael van Gerwen has been executing throughout this game when it comes to the back end of legs. It's double top. And Michael Smith's European Championship hopes might be being executed here in Mannheim. If he loses one more leg, he will have to go to Gibraltar. He will have to qualify for Gibraltar. And then he will have to go on a run, probably to the 3rd round or the quarter-finals.
All right, I'll stick you on the spot right now. Do you think he'll do it?
100.
I think he will.
I think he will as well. I think Gibraltar holds a very special place in his heart. I think he will go to Gibraltar. I think he'll get there. And from there, I think he will have the bit between his teeth. He'll be focused. And I think he'll get it done.
Well, This is the danger. You drop out top 16 in the Pro Tour list, 1-year order of merit, and you have to go to the qualifiers. It is hard enough to get through the qualifiers, but then you're at the mercy of the draw. You could be drawn against Michael van Gerwen in the second game. It could happen to him again in Gibraltar if MVG is there.
It could well happen. I mean, even qualifying for this, he had to get through Jamie Lewis, who was reinvigorated for their first round match. Michael had to win with 100 average in a 6-5 win, and then he had Luke Humphries after that. That's how hard those qualifiers are. Then he had to beat Steve Lennon last night with 9 darts on the floor.
100.
Oh, Michael Smith, he won't give up. He will fight. He's been accused in the past of not being able to dig in and get results. I don't know what more we could have done here, apart from hit his doubles. Gerwen does not get a match darts, but he will get 3 if he's allowed back to the board. And he is going to be allowed back to the board. And Michael Smith, the World Matchplay and World Championship finalist, he may be going out in round 2. And he may not even make it to the European Championship. The world number 5 has tried all year to turn upon the Euro Tour, where he's won 4 of these titles and do enough. He wants to go to the European Championship as one of the top seeds, but he may not be there at all. He has one last chance. He must qualify for Gibraltar and he must go on a run there. But Michael van Gerwen is on a run here. He's through to the final day. It'll be Mensur Suljovic or Kim Huybrechts next. Those two take to this in just a few moments. That mighty Mike marches on here in Mannheim.
6:2 Erfolg über den Bully Boy Michael Smith. Applaus für Michael Smith. Tolles Tempo, tolle Partie. Michael, congratulations. It's kind of strange that you're playing your first match on a European Tour and it's the World Championship final, actually.
Yeah, it is a bit strange, to be fair, but you need to come to the point, and the scoring here and there was not good enough. I could do a lot better, but my finishing, I think, was phenomenal. I didn't miss a lot, and I did the right things at the right moment, and what do you want more? And I think the crowd liked it. I think the crowd loves it, and I hope I can retain my title.
Yeah, 2 years ago you won this in the final against Rob Cross. How was the time in Australia?
Sorry?
The time in Australia, World Series?
Oh, the World Series was great. I won 2 out of 3 tournaments, so that's good. But that's already forgotten. You have to look forward. There's a lot of big tournaments coming up. But don't forget, this is a nice one to win as well. And yeah, I hope I can do some more damage in this tournament. I have to play a little bit better, but yeah, with this crowd, with everything, this tournament, I already like it so far.
Is it probably good to have an opponent like Michael Smith, where you know he's very strong, you really be there from the beginning on?
Yeah, it's to be fair. Last week I had a phone call from my friend Vincent van der Voort. He said, you're going to have a tough draw. And he said, yeah, I said, why? Yeah, you got a first game, Michael, and then you're going to have the winner of Mensur Suljovic or Kim Huybrechts. I said, oh, well, yeah. Oh, thanks for letting me know, but you always need to perform 100% if you want to achieve something in the world. And you never can let yourself down, because if I take one of them players, I give them a finger, they take my hand.
It's good to have you here, Michael. Thank you very much. Michael van Gerwen. Der weiß genau, wenn die Konkurrenz, wenn er ihnen nun Finger gibt, dann sagt er, dann